Yo, it's your boy Prophet of the Streets, man. You see him chopping up with your boy 58South, bro. We gotta have a sit down. You hear me? Talk to me.
My truth. I am him. That me, coach. I'm in the game. High prophet of the streets, I solemnly swear. Spit nothing but the truth, my emotions are shared. I uncloth my soul, giving you my life is built. All fabrications and no feelings are spared. I'm on the road to hell, paved with the good intentions. I'm a child of God, I'm cursed with the sinner's vision. I'm equipped with the dream of a winner's mission. A broke man's playing $1 million intuition. Shackled feet and cuffed hands was my intermission. Yet my face still swells like an aneurysm. Through my prayers I pray God make my people listen. And if they blind, then use my eyes to make them pay attention. On the ocean, moon phases make the tides crazy. Yet it's still a boat coming in and sailing safely. Amongst this shipment of pain and the toughest struggle. His story of a young man and as he overcomes.
Fresh out the pen, I've been out about a fucking week. Already selling rock, already toting heat. I ain't gon' never learn fucking, I'm gon' forever burn. Next time I might get them letters, but I ain't never scared. A lot of niggas die for respect, they never earn. Put insurance on them, cut the check, let them burn. Going out in the blaze tonight, I keep the 9 on solid like the K unite. My favorite handgun was a 4-4 Bulldog. Bishop got it took when the po-po pull, y'all. What kind of Mac a little homies do dumb shit? Pack 10 nigga, red flag, one whip. Old school niggas in the hood on some young shit. Stuck in the early 90s, still thinking they run shit. Never was they the shit, it's just the niggas they hung with. Most of them niggas smoking, all them niggas I slung with.
I am him. I am him. Yo. Hey, where have they gone? It seems like you're saying, man. I am him. My truth. Here's the story of a man who was counted out, right here, but prevailed as a king when all the haters doubt. Now he's the most anticipated in the driest drought. So what you have is definition of a loser clout. I was born a survivor, this is Destiny's Child. The same spirit of that rabbit walking 8 Mile. The judge gave that man 10, but he never frowned. Just spoke closing words and never held his head down. But when he turned to the crowd, nobody's behind him. It tugs at his heart, now he's emotionally blinded.
Check, 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Alright.
Yeah, welcome to another episode of the Sit Down. It's your man 58South in the building. Today I got a special guest who came through to have a sit down with me. My man Prophet of the Streets. What's going on, sir?
Peace, brother. How you? I'm a little under the weather, but I'm alright.
I'm living. Shit, what was you doing before you got here, man?
Cool.
What cooling mean?
Cool with me, man, just positive vibes, man.
Okay.
I'm at peace. You feel me? I just at peace, man. There's a lot of things going on, like, it just make you just want to fully be at peace.
Okay.
But I was just chilling. Mind in the clouds, you know how we do on that rapper. On that rapper.
I have no clue what you mean. But let's start at the beginning then, man.
Yo, let's go.
Who is Prophet of the Streets?
Yo, Prophet of the Streets is a voice of the unspoken. I call myself like a borrowed voice. I'm very outspoken. I feel like I'm super talented. I'm just dope, bro. Like, if you really know me, I'm just like real loud, positive energy. Like, a lot of people don't know how to take me, but you know, when it's all said and done, like if you done been up close and personal with me, Like, you know, like I'm a solid dude, man. Just a solid dude. And I love truth. You feel me? I can't say that. I feel like it shouldn't be no but behind truth. So when you really ask who Prophet of the Streets is, man, look, I'm myself. I'm in tune with self. And I'm a firm believer in pushing self to the limit. A lot of people can't understand it. Hell, a lot of people ain't gonna like you. You gotta shake them off though, man. But Prophet of the Streets, man, I'm just Prophet of the Streets, man. A dope ball of energy.
All right. Where you from?
Greensboro, North Carolina, right here. Right here.
So tell me about your experience growing up in Greensboro.
My experience. I mean, I'm gonna say it's just like every other childhood. Like, we had hard times. I lived in every project in the city, from Hampton Homes, Smith Homes, Hickory Trails, Claremont, Ray Warren. And, you know, I guess it's like the norm for like black people in the projects to go through this like little crazy struggle. And I'm gonna say, yo, I've been through it. I had to sleep on floors. It was times where we had some of these same drop cords running through our neighbors' houses. Like, it was hard, you know what I'm saying? But through the grace of Allah, I'm still here, man. Like, and I learned a lot. It taught me a lot. So that's where I'm from. How about that? How about it right there? I'm from everywhere. I don't know, man. It's like it was hard. I did 3 bids, like things like that. Like, man, like, but that comes with the territory, with the way I was living. So I don't know, man. Everyday struggles.
So you say you did 3 bids. What was the extent of each bid? Was it all same amount of time each one, or what?
3 different bids. I did 2 state bids. My first bid was 5 years. Mm-hmm. My second bid was a total. It was like 4 and a half. And then my last bid, which was a federal bid, it was 5. But I came home like somewhat like good time, like 6 months early. But you know, with the feds, it was double jeopardy. So I had to come home and do a whole year of federal probation. And if I would have messed that up, it was a chance that I had to go. I don't know how they had it set up, but if I would have messed up, so happened. If I would have messed up, it was a chance that I could have did that whole bid over again, that whole 5-year bid. That's just how the feds work. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. And I stayed 10 toes down, solid, like super solid. So I did some time.
How old were you when you did your first bid?
My first bid, it's gonna kill you. I had just turned 18 when they got me.
You were just legally an adult.
On my birthday. You know what's so crazy? My daughter right here. Her mama called the police on me. That's how I ended up getting called. But I was already on the run. You see what I'm saying? So I was already running from a charge. I was already running from an armed robbery charge at the time. So when you know how they get. You know how the women get. There's something out here. And she called the police on me. And the police came. I ain't gonna front. Now, mind you, it's my 18th birthday, so I'm lit. Bro, I'm lit. So when they first come, I give them a fake name. They leave and come back. But this time when they come back, they got her mom with her. So you're like, man, what's your name again? You know I'm high. Like I said, I'm a high lit. You know what I'm saying? I just like, look, man, you got me. You got me. So yeah, I was just turning 18, and I ain't see the streets again until I was like 18 or maybe like 22, 23, maybe 23.
Okay, so get out when you were 22, 23. Then what got you back in on the second bid?
The second bid, I was with some people who, I ain't gonna say I wasn't supposed to be with them. I ain't gonna do that. I was with some people, like I say, listen, I come from a lot of people know me, so I come from a crazy background. And I was doing some things to get bread. And I was with someone at the time, didn't know one of the guys was not a stand-up dude. I'm talking about a childhood friend. And he did too much. Put it like that. When certain things when certain things get hot, and if your people telling you to chill, be easy, be straight, be easy. So what happened? He ended up getting caught on something. And I don't know, man. He told a whole story, and I ended up getting locked up. And with me being in there, I ended up catching a body. That's how I ended up getting out of that. A lot of people who know, like, rest in peace to him. I couldn't get self-defense though. You see what I'm saying? Because supposedly North Carolina doesn't have self-defense. They got in order, man, it's just like so hard to get it. You know what I'm saying? And be mindful, I don't know, man. But the so-called homie end up telling that while I'm in there on those charges, I end up catching a body while waiting. So what I ended up doing was taking I took involuntary manslaughter. I had already been in there like 2.5 years in the county jail, the old jail, for like 2.5 years. And I end up taking an involuntary manslaughter because they couldn't give me self-defense, and still end up doing like 2 years on it. But in the eyes of them, I probably did I say when I touched the yard, I had when I actually touched the yard, people don't even know this. When I actually touched the actual prison yard, I had like a year left. That's how long they kept me in the county jail. The old jail.
And this was the second bid?
That was my second bid.
Okay, so you get released from that.
I get released from that.
And what leads to the third one?
My third bid, once again, and it's crazy. I ain't gonna say no names, but I will say this right here. This is exactly how it happened. My mom was on life support, and certain people in my family was trying to pull the plug on my mom. And I spazzed the fuck out. Straight up. Like, nah. I spazzed out, ended up blanking, and keep it 100, my own brother called the police.
And because were you on parole or something at the time?
Nah. Was I on probation? I'm not sure if I was on probation, but what happened when they got there, I ain't gonna front, I spazzed out. For one, you gotta be mindful, I'm a firstborn. Possibly could have been another me, but it would have been crazy. It would have been two of me. Y'all lucky. Anyway, but I spazzed out because for one, the way all I can say is, man, certain family look at certain family members for financial gain, but you see shows about it. Where they gonna kill you for money. Things like that, bro. So, to be honest, besides God, my mom owed me a big thank you. You see what I'm saying? They was really going to pull the plug on my mom, and I blinked out hell nah. Nah. And I guess in that whole time, of everything going in. Like when the police got there, like he stood on the porch and like he really blanked out. Like mind you, I done already punched him, spit on him, and pulled the gun out on him.
The cop or your brother?
My brother.
Oh, okay.
Like for real, like it was that serious. Like it was really that serious. And he had I think he threw a pan and hit me, if I ain't mistaken. But I spazzed out. So when the police got there, like he stood on the porch, you bitch ass, he a bitch ass, he was going in, he got drugs on him, he walked like this, like real live. Listen, this is why I say one of the things I say about social media, my pages are always public because I don't got nothing to hide. I won't lie. You see what I'm saying? Like I want you to be able yo, who lying? Yo, I spazzed out. I can't say that. I spazzed out. At the same time, but I'm thinking about my mom. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, listen. They don't know that when me and my sister went into the hospital to see her, that when we walked in there, I swear it was like a sign from God, yo. She tried to get up. Like she hadn't moved or nothing, bro. They had on the machines. When me and my sister came in there, and my sister was looking, she I'm like, man, come on. This my word, bro. I went in there, and I said some things to my mom because I seen my mom go through some hell, bro. For real. I ran away like I was probably 11 or 12. Not because I ain't gonna say she didn't do her job. It's just some of the choices that she made. Like, I was so advanced that I knew I wasn't supposed to be in them type of situations. You see what I'm saying? And when I went in there, me and my sister went into their room, bro, she tried to get up. I'm like, nah, he don't know that. Because mind you, like I say, so much happened that day. So when he got there, he spazzed out, yo, such and such, he doing this. I done end up trying to put the gun in my aunt car because my aunt had pulled up. But at the same time, bro, I done spazzed all the way out because he's still yapping. And I end up trying to run and jump on the porch, but I ain't make it to the porch because they had tased me. So when they tased me, I end up falling on my shoulder. My shoulder come out. It was just crazy. They were so worried about the gun that they ain't even get the drugs. All right, so they end up putting me in the ambulance. Took me to the hospital. They got the gun off of me though. They was just so happy about the gun. Listen, this is my word. This is my word, bro. I prayed. I said, listen, I know you're gonna get me with one of them. That's why I said to God. And so happened, they let me go to the hospital with these drugs on me. And I done maneuvered them out of my pocket to my hair, to my crack, old school style. You feel me? Dead ass, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Literally, dead ass, bro. Literally.
So I end up going to the bathroom. When I get to the bathroom, bro, I flushed it. I flushed that, the clip, and like 12 bullets.
You flushed the clip? I
flushed the clip because, listen, I end up taking the clip out. Man, it was just so much going on. You just don't understand. The only reason why the feds, this is how the feds pick up a lot of gun charges. But the feds can pick you up with a gun, right? You ain't got no clip in it, right? If they take that mug back to where they do their little testing and it's able to shoot, it's considered a firearm. If they take it and try to shoot it and it don't work, they can't make it work. They gotta try as it is. You see what I'm saying? So we took it back. And you're like, nah, it's a working firearm. So they hit me with a firearm by a fella. Mind you, I already did 2 bids.
That's how you end up.
That's how you go fed. This is how you actually go fed to people who don't know this. In order for you to go fed on a gun charge, you have to be charged with a felony. Plus, you have to have been on the yard to prison a year and a day. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people, listen. I ain't gonna lie. The feds come at you. What you got? You got something for us? They do everybody like that. Nah, I ain't got nothing. You got me with a gun. That's what you got me for. That's all I know is that I got caught with that gun. I'll take that. But be mindful. I didn't know with the points that I had that shit got me 5 years. With state, I pretty got listen. When I looked it up on state, bro, I probably would have got like probation. but the feds picked it up. That's how they keep their money rolling in. They get more. They really be like, yo, fuck the state, bro. They be like, yo, man, yo, forget the state. We don't even want to deal with them. They take all your charges and you going fed. You don't get no bond. Trust me, bro. You don't get no bond, bro. If the man got a bond, he working. That's all I'm saying. But that's just another story. So I end up getting caught with that gun. That's how I did my last bid. That's how I ended up doing my last bid.
And that was the last time. Then that was the last time. Then you get out. And were you doing music before you even went in the first time at 18? I've
been doing music for years. Like a lot of people don't even know that. Like when you ask about my childhood, that's why I say like my like that story gonna have to come with like a whole biography. Cause it was times like, bro, like when my mom was in there getting beat the fuck up by her, like the dudes that she chose to deal with, I was on the back porch with a boom box. Like literally. I had a homegirl, her name Nikki Allen, she one of my friends on Facebook. That's Pop Off Mom. Shout out to Pop Off, free Pop Off. I used to talk to her from my window, bro. Like I used to make her reggae songs, all type of shit. I came up in the church, like had the lead choirs. People ain't know that, like stuff like that. Then they had to go to church every day.
So you started off a singer. That's what you're saying.
I ain't saying that.
You said
I ain't saying.
I know you wasn't rapping in the choir.
But I wasn't rapping. You know what? Listen, I was in a black church, bruh. They had like what you call them, the choreographers, like in the church where we was doing like the little hand signs.
Oh,
and
you was
like,
a mime dancer.
Like we was doing all that. Fruit of the Spirit, Holiness Church back then.
Okay.
From the South Side, man. Shout out to the Baker family. The Baker family.
Okay, so you started out as a background dancer.
Yeah, if you want to call it, I was Tupac.
Yeah. You was a background dancer. So what got you into rapping though?
I'm gonna say,
cause you said you started out, you did reggae songs, you was praise dancing
like,
and
this
whatnot.
was just like, I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. My mom, her last husband, he had this big collection. Like he was probably the only man, besides the one that she's so-called dealing with right now, that really was like good to her. Like those last two, listen, honestly, I don't know why my mom do the things she do, but listen, this one particular guy, bro, like he had everything, bro. I used to steal him joints, I used to steal all his CDs and all his cassette tapes. You see what I'm saying? And then we had my cousin stayed like 3 or 4 houses down. The Terrys. I used to get Uncle Charles, we used to call him Junior. I used to take my mama gospel tapes and you had to fix them nigga rhythm to record on them, on the cassette tapes, like stick the little pieces of paper in them. I used to steal her old gospel tapes, bro, and give them to him. He'd be like, man, Lamont, bro, Deborah ain't gonna kill you. I say, man, listen, man, just give me all the Buju Banton, P.O.T.S and stuff like that. So I'm gonna say music was in me. My uncles, they had a little singing group. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say music was always in me. It's just that rapping, I don't know, man. I guess it started out with just poems, me writing little thoughts about what I seen, what I was going through. I got a song that I know my first song that I ever wrote, to this day. It's a classic if I ever get somebody ever to sit down and, a producer to sit down with it. It was called Hands of a Stranger, because I never knew my father really. I'm just literally 3 or 4 days ago, I just asked my family, on my father's side, who was he? You see what I'm saying? So when he, my father died 3 months when I came home from the feds. So just imagine when I pop up, they yo, you the baby. He's only one person knew who I was. She yeah, you the baby boy. But I'm hearing them yo, I ain't know he had a baby boy. You see what I'm saying? I remember my father, I can honestly say, I don't remember my father from coming around. I remember my father from coming up on birthdays every now and then, Christmas every now and then. That's why I remember my father. You know what I'm saying? I thank him for that. You see what I'm saying? Beyond that, like, learning how to be a man, the trials and tribulations. Yo, listen, the streets and certain individuals and, like, people I really looked up to taught me how to maneuver, like the morals that I got. And I think I got some pretty solid morals without a father figure.
How did it affect you growing up, though?
It kind of fucked me up. I'm going to say it kind of fucked me up because it's like, now, it made me want, like, when you see, like, families, like, I don't care what nobody say. You want a family, bro. Like, and that was always, like, dope to me, a family. You see what I'm saying? Like, even when I had, the way I had chose my women at one point in time, it was like I always, like, was like a number two. I would deal with a woman who, like, had some kids because the women was, like, fucked up and trying to build a family. You see what I'm saying? Because at the time, I never had that coming up.
So even as a single person with no kids, you were more drawn to women that already had children.
Like older women. At one point in time, we ain't gotta even get too deep. At one point in time, bro, listen, put it like this. I told somebody, they were like, you know, like just having a conversation. When you start, I say, yo, listen, bro, you like y'all kill R. Kelly, but listen, bro, my mom, homegirls used to mess with me. I thought it was okay. So, you see what I'm saying? Regardless of how you look at it, that's just me being honest. So, I got a 22-year-old, bro. You see what I'm saying? So, it was just like a want in a family. Like, I remember the times, like, bro, listen. Like, coming up, seeing, we'd be like a family, like, for like a few days, and the dude my mom dealing with flip out. So I do remember the good times. You feel what I'm saying? It's just that, just imagine remembering the good times and always wanting the good times. And I always like, damn, you know what? I'm going to put a family together. Like, I see how mothers get dogged out. Like a woman end up telling you their story. Like, damn, like this nigga used to beat me. He used to do this. And I watched my mom get dogged, bro, to the point where, like, she wasn't recognizable. You see what I'm saying? I talk about that in a song called When I Cry. Like, yo, dudes used to really dog my mom. You see what I'm saying? I never put my hands on a woman. You see what I'm saying? Certain things I won't even say to a woman. I got one woman, bro, that I ever fucking did something to and she spit on me. I'm just gonna leave it at that. You see what I'm saying? Yo, like, so it's just the way that I view things. We all not the same, and we view things at a different angle. So I always just like, yo, damn, like, yo, a dope ass family, bruh. Like, listen, when I make it big, it's coming. Yo, bruh, the family gone. I want to be able to be like, yo, damn, I built something. Look at my family. You see what I'm saying? That's something I ain't never had. To this day, all my brothers and sisters don't get along. We deal with each other. You see what I'm saying? That's just like family members. But I don't even remember the last time we had a family reunion. You see what I'm saying? I be going up like certain social media, like, I mean, we having a family reunion, like that shit be crushing me on the low, like, damn, like, and it be making you want to ask questions. Like, yo, I go ask my aunties, like, yo, or my uncle, like, man, why y'all don't rock with each other? You see what I'm saying? So, just imagine if they wasn't rocking with each other back then, it's basically instilled in the siblings. You see what I'm saying? Cause I got cousins that don't even rock with each other, bro, just because like of that beef from way back then.
And all y'all live here in the same city?
Bro, a lot of us, bro. A lot of us live here. Oh, I'm talking about on some real live spill, bro. I got a lot of family that rock with me hard right now because they feel like, yo, he about to blow. Or maybe because back then they were like, man, I told you, bro, you should have been doing music or something like that. Because they see this perception. You see what I'm saying? It's a perception that they see. So you know how you say like, yo, certain things pop up. Like prime example, my manager put me in a magazine, bro. Do you know like people, yo, man, you in a magazine, but no, bro, like I'm just in the magazine, bro. Anybody can be in the magazine. You see what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Certain people look at it like it's so big. You see what I'm saying? Like, the video on World Star, it made my family look at me like, yo, bro, you gonna be funny. I was like, bro, like, yo, it's just a video. It's just a video. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no fake love. I want a genuine family love, bro. You see, I'm at a point right now, like, I'm just at peace, bro. The standstill that I'm at is not a standstill. Let me say that. I'm at peace. You see what I'm saying?
What took you to get to this point, this being at peace point?
A lot of people might not even know this. If y'all have been following me, or know who I am, like I used to always be on the defensive because I paid attention to certain things. And it's like, if you constantly keep hearing something, and you could be possibly preaching this, you see what I'm saying? But if you're constantly hearing it, and you ain't applying it to yourself, and once you finally apply it to yourself, and you're like, nah, it's really working, like, you know what I'm saying? So what I had to do was, I had to stop being on the defensive. Yo, what's the saying they use? If it's not directed? If it's indirected, it's not respected. Something like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, it's just at one point in time, like, bro, I was so worried. There you go. I had to stop caring about how everybody else viewed me and really become self. Instead of me saying, yo, listen, man, I'm self, like I'm God, I had to really, yo, look, nah, bro, self-check yourself. Sometimes you gotta self-check yourself. So I had to self-check myself and be like, yo, look, man up, bro. Shit small. So I'm really at peace. I just had to self-check myself, that's it. Like, honestly, I think that's what it was. I just had to self-check myself and just say, no more negative energy at all. And I think I've been doing pretty good.
So give me like an example of what it was that you was going through before you had to do your self evaluation.
Rappers, honestly.
What you mean?
Like, rappers being mad that you call yourself the best to the point where it starts an argument, to the point where your friends look at you like, yo, man, he talking about he the best. Like, why am I not supposed to think of myself as the best at nothing I do? For the last few days, I've been voting for us with your podcast, prime example, as the dopest podcast. Cause I feel like you hold shit down, not just because you're my friend. So it was just basically like just being the best, man. And it makes people, I don't know, I guess if you look them dead in the face and like, yo, bro, I'm the best. I've never personally told not one of these artists ever, yo, I'm better than you. I just like, yo, bro, I'm the dopest, bro. I'm the king.
Now, you said stuff like that used to bother you. Did it bother you because it was artists that you had a respect for that was, I guess, coming at you, or it just bothered you because they had something to say, period?
Yo, listen, I'm gonna tell you honestly what a lot of situations came from. A lot of situations came from artists befriending me, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what, and I said this before, realizing my power before I knew how much power I had. So, and I say that because for you to reach out to me and want and be like, yo, bro, you dope. Okay, I already think I'm dope, you feel what I'm saying? All right, so you reach out and then you bring other people into play. I fall out with somebody on your team and you get mad because I fall out with this man on your team knowing that your man was wrong. This has been a lot of times, you feel what I'm saying? Or it's been a lot of times that a lot of artists don't stand on official morals. And I'm like, yo, nah, I ain't rocking with that. So just because I'm not rocking with how his man rocking, this artist like, man, nah. Like it's honestly, it honestly bees like that. I befriended artists at times. I ain't even know they had beef with certain artists, and the other artists like, yo, bro, I don't rock with you, on God. Cause you rock with him.
Has there ever been a situation since you've been involved in the music industry that made you second guess or want to quit doing what you're doing?
Bro, you already know the answer to that.
I'm asking a question. I mean, you ain't just talking to me.
Yeah, Lico death recently. But I gave my word that I gotta keep his name alive. Like that scared me because of the way I think. You see what I'm saying? Like I think different, and I recently had to go delete some posts that I wasn't no disrespect, nothing like that. It was just the way that I feel, the way I see certain things. Like certain things just shouldn't supposed to happen. Like it just shouldn't happen. And it made me like, damn, like, bro, is this some rap shit? Like, for real. Like, because I pay attention to music politics. You see what I'm saying? Like you pay attention to music politics. We've all heard little, like, listen, bro, like, it's crazy. I believe in sacrifices. I don't know what happened. God bless his soul, man. Allah be pleased with our brother's work. But I just believe certain things, bro. I believe certain things. Not because I know, but because I'm a living testimony to a lot of things that I speak on. You see what I'm saying? And when I actually, hell, you called me, like, and it fucked me up. Like, it's crazy. I told Legs, I'm like, yo, damn, I seen it, but like, nah, I ain't wanna, nah. And you called me like, nah, bro said it. And I hang up, like, somebody else called me, like, Alice Elise called me, like, I'm like, what? Like, nah. I had already seen it, you know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things, bro, just like, regardless of how people get mad when we saying they are really mad about it, bro, look at how he brought this city out. I ain't seen the city come out like that in years.
Now, the he's referring to is Shondell Austin, a.k.a. Mr. 2200 Lico.
Facts. Rest in peace.
What did that young man mean to you?
Yo, listen. I'm going to keep it 100. And make sure you get this. Me and Lico, our last words was, we are at peace. Like, I'm at peace with you. Lico actually taught me, this is why I'm at peace, bro. And I hate to say his death did it, bro. His death made me look at it like this right here. I'm a rapper. I'm an artist. You know what? Fuck the politics of it. Let me do music. And I didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Until I end up having a conversation with Lico. You see what I'm saying? So when he passed, just imagine me getting, don't nobody know we had words. That's how you know how 100 I am. Don't nobody know we pieced it. And I came to an understanding. And I grew from it. And it made me better even before he passed. Like, it really made me better to the point where I seen the growth in, like, my Spotify playlist and things like that, just staying out of the politics of it and just really doing the music. And me falling out with him was the lesson. I had to learn from that lesson. So when he died, I'm like, yo, damn, you know what? It made me look at everything. It made me look at all my situations, all my little spats with these artists. And bro, some of these artists, like, don't care about us, care about each other. You see what I'm saying? And I understood that. I even had conversations with him. Like, he was very inspired. He was always smiling. Like he was just dope, bro. Like, he was a true star. I told him that. I'm the one who gave him that title, the Prince. He told me don't even call him that. He's like, man, nah, so I'm telling you. He's like, man, cause you know how they feel about you, you know what I'm saying, being a king, price you crazy. He was always like that. He never looked at it like it was a competition. You see what I'm saying? And he even asked me that. He asked me why I looked at it like it was a competition. And I explained it to him. I said, man, some of your OGs was even at each other when they was doing their thing. You feel what I'm saying? Even when they was getting money, they tried to make sure they had the best work. You feel what I'm saying? I say, bro, that's all. I say, that's all my aim is. I say, so when I say I'm king, I just say, yo, bro, I'm just king of that. Like, and he was like, yeah, you know. Man, he was just dope, bro. And it's sad that he fucking gone, bro. How about that? Like, I want to say some other stuff, but certain people shouldn't be gone for no reason, bro. I don't know how the man lived. I met him through music. And I can honestly say he's probably one of the only artists who have stood on the track and held his own with me. That's my word. Like, seriously, bro. I even got a track, an unreleased track, possibly his final feature, right now. With me on the hook, I just never completed the verse. You see what I'm saying? So it was beyond that. Even some of the posts that I made recently, from what people were saying about me and his relationship, you can see how he felt about me. So it's to the point where when Nipsey died, people started going to look for Nipsey. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell you how I did. I understood what I already knew because I know Lico. So I already knew his music. So you know what I did? I went and looked for him, but I looked for him in a different way. I went to his YouTube channel and I went to his like videos. See what I'm saying? So just imagine me going to his like videos and I see Minister Farrakhan. A few speeches like he really liked, commented on them. You see what I'm saying? And I go look at the messages that Farrakhan speaking on. I was like, damn. I say, no wonder we was like that. No wonder he felt like he felt about me. So it's a different type of pain, really.
So you said the same thing that made you rethink what it was that you're doing musically is also the same thing that brought you peace. So with that being said, how is your message, or not even your message, how is your mission now? How does it differ from before the passing of Lico to now?
This honestly what a lot of people was asking me. They're like, yo, your message is dope. It's just how you deliver the message. So what I've been personally working on is how I deliver my message. The message can't change. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I got a core fan base. You feel what I'm saying? That's how genuine I am. So if my core fan base like, yo, P.O.T.S, yo, clean your message up. And I'm like, yo, and you know me. Yo, what you mean clean my message up? If my manager, if Kevon Glover tell a so-called label that you can't tell P.O.T.S to shut up, imagine you be like, yo, can you clean your message up? So if I take it into consideration and I realize, yo, like, it's showing me growth. So I say, all right, if I clean the message up, the message will still be heard, but it'll be heard better. It's how I was delivering the message. Because if you pay attention to what I be saying sometimes on social media, it's the same message over and over and over. I just say it a different way and get different reactions. So I say, you know what? We're gonna keep the message neutral. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it neutral and clean. Still gonna be hard, but ain't gonna be no vulgar language. And I ain't indulging in no type of battles, none of that. Listen, bro, PVO. If it's not about, honestly, if it's not about unity, bro, I don't even want to talk about it.
What does PVO mean?
Positive vibes only.
Okay.
Positive vibes only. No negative energy, bro. Listen. I have no beef with no rap guys. I just stand on certain morals and certain codes. And if you break those morals and break those codes, I walk away from you. That's it. We ain't got no beef.
So no Facebook posts, no video?
No Facebook posts, bruh, none of that. That's over with.
You do know everything you saying now is being recorded and it's going to be posted.
Listen, I don't care. Listen, all I'm saying is, listen.
I just want you to know you said this now.
Listen, I'm telling you what's so. Nah, I ain't live no more. What's so crazy is, you know how much paperwork I got in my old accounts.
When you say paperwork, what you mean?
People's paperwork.
Oh, you mean like
rats.
Gotcha.
Rats. Like, honestly, that's one of the things I hate. There's no coming back from that for me. I don't care who you are. I walk away from you forever. If you're telling me, you're telling your mammy. First time I ever heard Farrakhan speak, he was speaking something totally different from what the Bible was saying. The Bible saying, if somebody smack your right cheek, you give them left cheek to smack. Farrakhan said, if they smack you on your right cheek, you better smack the hell out of them. I'm with Farrakhan.
So that means no internet beef. If you
Man,
you got an issue with somebody, it won't be posted on the internet.
I ain't got listen. This is my word. And what's so crazy though? Listen, I ain't never had no issue with nobody. Only listen. If they saying they got an issue with Prophet of the Streets, it's because they feel I am a threat to their music career. Honestly, bruh. I know if I feel in my head, can't nobody see me. And how many times I have posted in the past, y'all, in your career, I crush your career. People done heard me flow. I will crush your career with one record. It's a lot of people. It's about 3 or 4 people I done dissed that ain't came back yet. You ain't heard of them. I can name them, and if I was to name them, you would be like, damn, you dissed them? Yep, I sure did. You see what I'm saying? So I know the power of words, bro. Listen, go ahead. And mind you, if it was to ever slightly come at that, the only way I'd diss a person if he came for me on the diss record trying to get some clout, but it had to be personal because my mouth is so reckless. So I'm not getting into no frivolous daggone little internet beast with y'all no more. On God, y'all can have that spill. So I don't care. If somebody says something about Prophet of the Streets, I don't care. A lot of y'all got my number.
Alright, I hear you. So tell me this. At this point in your career and in your life, what makes you still want to stay in the music game and do this?
I done came too far. I think about my grind, honestly. I'm going to keep it 100.
You still have a passion for it, or you just feel like I've been doing it too long, I can't quit?
No, bro. I got a passion for it. I ain't giving you no whack music. And I feel like listen, bro. Imagine me, listen. We go back to them years I was locked up. Bro, I feel like all them years that I was locked up, I'm trapped. They trapped me. You see what I'm saying? I came home, bro. I still feel like I'm like 21 years old. People don't know I can move. I can get up and just run bro, listen, I feel it. And when I say I love music, bro, I love music, bro. There's no way. Trust me, I'm not done, bro. Like, real big things is coming. Like, for real. My name is Prophet of the Streets for a reason. Not the money, the foreseer.
Who gave you that name anyway, man?
An old man. This old man gave me that name. I used to call myself Young Lucifer on the yard because everything I wrote was dark. Like, it was very, very dark about my past. I talked about death a lot. I was just dope as hell. And I end up writing Hands of a Stranger. That was the first song I ever penned, Hands of a Stranger. And he was like, yo, man, I'm gonna call you Prophet. This same old man told me he had a dream one day, bro, that this black man came to him and made him sit down, tied him up. After he set him down, he tied him up, and he took a Bible and fed him all the pages of the Bible, like real spirit. He told me the story. Yeah, that's my word. I ended up having that same dream like some months later, but it was him. And that Friday that I had that dream, I was in NOI class.
So Did you grow up Muslim?
Nah, I grew up a Christian. Bro, I grew up a Christian, bro. I'm talking about a stone cold Christian. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. See? Like a real live Christian, bro. Like, dead serious. And it wasn't, my transition came from when I asked the pastor certain verses, and you give me the runaround on these verses, you trying to direct me to another verse, you can't explain the verse. Like, yo, explain to me what this means. You see what I'm saying? So when I go and I find and I learn something else, and I know and I constantly do the studying for it, and I'm looking like, yo, hold on, I don't see no wrong in it. I don't see no lies in it or nothing. So once I continue to do knowledge, I go to a place where they teach out of the Bible and the Quran. I've never been in a place where they teach out of 2 holy books. And they don't bash Christianity. They teach you the truth of Christianity out of the Bible. You see what I'm saying? So imagine me going, I can stand and hear someone I've never heard speak on a different way of life. Never. But understand it. But if I can go to a Christian church and I hear it and I understand and I hear what they talk about, understand it, it was different to me. So it made me re-educate myself. So instead of me going to, I was taught by a mentor, go back to the beginning. If you teeter on faith, here's a book. Read this book right here. So now this is how I read. I got a book called A Message to the Black Man, the Quran, and the Bible. And I find no faults in nothing. I just know in the Bible there's certain truths and there's certain lies. I just had to re-educate myself. Even with that, it gave me a more passion. Even with knowing the teachings, it gave me a more passion with music. A lot of my music I barely curse in. Some of my hardest songs, I don't got a cuss word in. Boats, I don't even curse in boats.
You on your Rakim, cause Rakim man used to.
He didn't used to curse.
Ain't curse either. So when it's all said and done, right? When someone evokes the name Prophet of the Streets, what do you want to be said behind that title?
Yo, he was everything he said he was. He stood 10 toes. He was solid. As far as music, they were like, yo, he was really top notch. You don't gotta crown me as the best. In my head, I believe I'm the best. And if you hear anything wrong, it's gonna be about my past. So when you hear that name, it's gonna be nothing but greatness. People who watch me get to where I'm aiming, they gonna be able to vouch for it. People to this day can vouch for it. Like I feel like you have a legacy once you die. You feel me? Like in the physical, I feel like I'm a legend at how I'm looking at the way I'm moving. In 4 years, I came home and I surpassed so many people. People I used to run laps to in prison doing music came out and was like, yo, bro, you making me want to rap again. So if I can do that, if my voice can do that, that means I'm so much beyond than what people know. You see what I'm saying? And I just want to be always remember like, yo, man, he was about that. He didn't play. He took care of his. They gonna say so much. Everything he said he was going to get, he went and did it. When I leave here in the physical, bro, I guarantee my family gonna have they gonna have my legacy that I leave behind is gonna be forever. We already setting ourselves up for it. 2019 here. It's the year 2020. 2020 is the year of perfect vision. That's the best vision to have, right? 2020. Unless you got X-ray vision. So I'm taking it as like, even with numbers, like it's a sign. My vision clear, bro. Like, can't nothing take me off this throne, man. The way I'm feeling, nothing, bro. I don't even blank out as much. My kids can tell you that. Do I snap out as much, Monty?
Sometimes.
Oh, Lord. Help me out
You
here.
thought you would go, yeah, that's right. Keep it, tell the truth.
I ain't done
Keep
a
it
whole
raw.
lot.
Keep it
Have I
raw
been
and
a whole
uncut,
lot
man.
better?
Yeah,
A whole lot better or a little better?
a lot better.
Alright. So I'm working, bruh. I'm trying to continue. Listen, I'm continuing to work on me. Alright? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to ever be called a hypocrite. It's really the worst things. One of the worst things to ever be called. We're taught that. You see what I'm saying? So everything I say I'm standing on, I gotta be an example. I gotta lead by example. So many people done told me, look, bro, we gotta do this. And it's crazy because I say, yeah, I'm done. And they went in on me. They was in my inbox. Man, what you mean you done? You just gonna leave the city, man. You just don't know that you mean this much, and blah, 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 blah. When Lico died, I got so many inboxes, bro, be safe. Certain people call, yo, be safe. Because certain people think differently. You feel what I'm saying? So when I got people thinking like that, I'm like, damn. So once I be like, man, I'm done. And I hear them, and I really was hearing them like, damn, like, they really care. And I was asking them like, damn, like, but why I take this? Why I take this to happen? You know what I'm saying? For you to be like, yo, you mean so much more probably. So once I say I'm done, it's, oh man. But certain people who was like crying out like, yo, damn, nah, you can't. That's another reason that made me be like, yo, nah, I can't. I started too much, bro. I mean, one time it wasn't a rapper speaking out. You know that. I seen rappers try to do it and fall off. I stayed consistent. Even if I had it out with a rapper, I stayed consistent. I speak out on the things that they don't want to speak out on. So if I stop, then a lot of things stop. I know it. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at it so many different ways. If I stop, a lot of things stop.
Well, look, I want you to keep being 100, keep being 10 toes down. Ain't a whole lot of that going on in the world, let alone, you know, in your local scene. But shit, I definitely want to appreciate you for having a sit down with me, man. This ain't gonna be the last one. This was definitely the first one. Won't be the last one. You know what I'm saying? It's your man 58South in the building, 33.6 Underground, live from the Underground.
Mm-hmm.
This was the sit down.
The sit down.
Already.
Talk to me.